everyone, this is Denise Best with Drescapes, and I am here. I have the privilege of speaking with Mr. T from the YouTube channel Educated Traveler. And also here on the North Coast, it's great to meet others that are doing a similar work of trying to educate people on the pros and cons of living here on the North Coast. So first I want to say to Mr. T, welcome and thank you for taking the time. Thank you for taking the time for the interview.
I'm very pleased to be here.
Thank you. So I know you've traveled all over the world and you've brought so much wonderful information to so many people with your YouTube channel. Why did you first choose the Dominican Republic, and why have you decided to stay and actually provide this service for people?
Well, the reason I chose Dominican Republic was I was looking for a country that wasn't heavily regulated, because if we look back in history, I think the world's just going down the drain in terms of too much control, too much invasion into human life, into the market. So we don't have a free market economy, which is what actually creates growth and jobs and opportunities. So you feel suffocated after a while when you're running on the treadmill, trying to make ends meet. I actually used to have a sales organization or company where I had a lot of different departments and we were recruiting a lot of people. But when you kind of reflected how much turnover you had compared to how much you got to keep for yourself, it was such a small percentage by the time you had paid for your product and paid the tax department, and they have a million ways to try to squeeze another few cents out of every edge of the dollar, then there's not much left for yourself. So then you start asking yourself, why am I doing this? Is it really worth it? Do I work to live or live to work? So in the end, I was actually criticized by a lot of people by getting out, and I just said, well, I don't want to be on that treadmill anymore. It's time just to get out. And I traveled around. I've been doing coaching and consultation in different countries, and Dominican Republic to me seemed like a very free country. That's a two-edged sword, and that's what I cover in my videos too, that there is pitfalls with all this freedom, because you're not always protected by 100 million laws. But if you use common sense and you learn the lay of the land, then you can learn to live in these countries and feel much, much freer than you would in a lot of other countries, and I wouldn't swap that for anything. Yeah.
Well, that's one thing that we discussed earlier. That's one of the things that here at Drescapes we really appreciate, the freedom here in the Dominican Republic. And of course, just as you mentioned, there are two sides to that. With freedom, may end up coming to where you make you have more people making more decisions and not just listening to what other people say. And so then that's why channels like Drescapes and also the Educated Traveler are really can be really instrumental. And so then, what have you found to be one of the most surprising things about the Dominican Republic since you've been here?
Probably how laid back and non-caring they are about success, the way we look at it. I think we're in these societies where you're nothing unless you have material things, like it's about how many properties you got, and we measure each other's success based on material stuff, where I've seen many times Dominicans just let go of a sale because, sorry, my lunch is more important. They don't say it like that, but it's just like, sorry, not at the moment, but I'm interested in buying a car potentially. Oh, I'm off to lunch. You have to come back after 2 o'clock. And it's just like they don't care, because their priorities in general are very different than ours. This society has not been built on the same kind of indoctrination and push for material wealth. They can be quite happy just sitting on some street with a plastic table, 3 bottles of rum and a lot of Coca-Cola, and then some music, and they are very happy, and
it's very true.
And they really work to live.
Exactly.
Where we often end up living to work.